Hello everybody, it is Chimso here, back again with some more Proxy Singed. So first of all I want to apologize to anyone who watched my last video and who was looking forward to my promised gameplay. I'm very sorry, I actually built a new computer because my old laptop obviously didn't have a very good resolution for recording and it didn't have the best software to do that. So I'm currently building a new rig and I'm hoping to create quite a few more videos some Proxy Singed for you guys. For you guys on Summoner School specifically, because I know Singe gets asked about a lot there, and everyone usually asks about Proxy. So yeah, here we are. This is a rank game, Plat 5 Elo on the OCE server. So this isn't a diamond game. I'm not some hotshot diamond player. No Searches, no Droid, but I'm hoping to get to diamond this season, and I'm doing this mostly to help you guys out on Summoner School, but also to watch over my own replays and analyze my own gameplay, because that's one of the best ways to improve, obviously. So, up against Garen this game, fairly easy matchup against Singe, specifically Proxy Singe. You get your Rylai's, and he's just not going to be able to chase you. Runes, we're taking Magic Pen Reds, Armor Seals, AP Glyphs, and 2 Move Speed Quints, 1 AP Quint. And for masteries, on this game I believe I'm doing 121-8. I'm taking Butcher in the offensive tree for extra minion damage at the start, just for auto-attacking the cannon minions. 21 in defense, obviously, taking Runic Shield for that extra health to start the first wave proxy, and second wind as well, to make sure that I can troll the enemies in further by making sure I have a shit ton of regeneration when I'm low. And also 9 in utility, taking obviously movement speed, improve recall, summon a spell cooldown, and flask duration. So yeah, enemy team, this is actually a very scary enemy team. Not Garen specifically, but Jarvan and Lissandra is absolutely horrible. If Jarvan and Lissandra coordinate a gank, which I thought in this game would be very likely since they both have a very similar name, so they're obviously in duo queue, they can absolutely destroy you, because Jarvan can lock you down in his ult, and Lissandra can just destroy you, burst you down, lock you down even further. So I actually should have taken Flash this game to get away from that, but I didn't for some reason. I don't know why. I was just an idiot. But fortunately, the enemy team, they don't make use of that synergy. I don't get ganked at all by Jarvan. No, sorry, I do, but not early on. And Garen's pretty much an idiot this game. He doesn't play very well at all. He does some really stupid things. I do a few stupid things as well, but he doesn't help his team at all. He's basically just a robot farming top lane. So yeah, getting into the game right now. Gonna do the standard Proxy Singe start. We're gonna take Flask, 1 health potion, and a green ward, as well as a yellow trinket. That's pretty much what you need to start as if you play Proxy Singe, because you need that sustain early on. I mean, I guess you could. There's some starts that can go Doran's Ring, I guess, but this is what I prefer. This is the safest option. The extra pot you get, apart from the flask, is just useful in case you're a retard like me and you take some extra tower shots, because I'm notoriously bad at taking some tower shots early game. So that just helps out, but generally you won't need to use it if you path the minion wave correctly. So we're starting on purple side, which isn't the best. It's actually better to start Proxy Singed on the blue side, because it's much easier to get into the enemy's jungle. You just run to a straight series of bushes, and you just hide in there, and it's really easy. But on purple side, you need to run out in the open quite a bit, as you can see. I'm going to have to run all the way down there, and there's no bushes on my way there, so it's going to be very hard to do effectively without getting spotted. But fortunately, I'm not going to get spotted this game. Yeah. Morgana's going to do a fail ward here, fortunately. Starting with Poison Trail, obviously. There's no other start you can do with Proxy Singed. Yeah. So up against Garen, I'm actually going to rush Rylai's instead of Rod of Ages. I know a lot of people build Rod of Ages on Singe. Like Rod of Ages and Tier, you can build either. But in this game, I want to get my Rylai's as soon as possible, so I'm going to go Tier, because Garen is very susceptible to being kited. So I'm going to place my first ward right there. Now, that's the essential ward you need to place if you're doing purple side, Proxy Singed. It's going to ensure that if the jungler comes, anyone comes from that direction, you're going to see them and you can get executed in time. Gonna go for the first minion wave here. Runic Shield's helping me out, giving that extra 50 HP at the start. Got my flask sticking, obviously. Gonna try and kite the minion wave as much as possible to try and take as little damage as I can. But I also gotta make sure I don't de-aggro any of the minions at the back, so I'm gonna go back and auto-attack every now and again while I'm passing the minion wave along. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to place my trinket ward right there at the other entrance to my proxy area, which is going to give me a nice ward for the mid laner in case they try and gank me. So now both my entrances are covered. The only way I can conceivably be attacked, as you can see, I'm going to take 2 tower shots here. Don't do that. That's bad. But the only way I can conceivably be ganked is if someone comes from down the top lane or through the enemy base, which is generally unlikely. Team's going to get first blood, which is good, even though it's only Morgana. But that Morgana is going to make some very nice plays this game. I have a pretty good team this game. I'm very happy with that. Now here we see Garen coming down. Waste of time. It's not going to do anything. Just going to get executed. He's going to flash here for some reason. No idea why. He got the EXP, but it's not worth it. Now, notice there when I was running through that minion wave to get executed, I actually didn't turn my poison on. Because if I turn my poison on while I was running through that minion wave, I'm not going to be able to kill that minion wave before I get executed. And if I turn my poison on, that minion wave is going to be half health when I arrive back into lane. And so my minions will probably just kill it before I can. So yeah, gonna run back into lane, keep farming. We're not going to be able to proxy for a bit, obviously. If your proxy gets interrupted early game like that, you're generally not going to be able to go back, because you're not going to be able to kill the minion wave fast enough to run around. Yeah, like I said, Garen, there's not much Garen can do in this matchup. I can just farm. You know, what's he going to do? He can silence me, but if you charge your fling, like if you click your fling before he actually silences you, you'll fling him immediately after he silences you. So he'll silence you, but you fling him and he just spins behind you. He's not going to hit you. And like I said, he's going to play pretty stupidly this game. So I spotted Jarvan on the ward right there. So probably going to back off in a second. I do have my trinket ward back up, so I can ward the lane here if I feel threatened. It'll take another point poison. Let me clear that minion wave. Obviously, one thing I didn't do much in this matchup was go up and smack Garen to disable his regen. I should be doing that more, but whatever. Gonna go ward here because I don't want Jarvan to come gank me. Because a Jarvan gank early on is obviously lethal if he has red buff and blue buff. You know, you have Ghost, you don't have Flash, so it's gonna be pretty hard to get away. I probably still could, but might as well not take the risk. Always better to be safe than sorry. Even when you're playing Proxy Singed, which you need a lot of balls for. Now here, he does a pretty good job at actually stopping the minion wave a bit, so I take some tower damage. But now he's chasing me again, which is stupid. He's just going to miss minions. He misses a cannon minion here. He gets no benefit out of it. He's going to blow his ignite on me again. I'm just going to pop Ghost, laugh in his face, and run away. You know, there's nothing much he can do. You can't catch me. Gonna go back right now, pick up my tier, pick up the first part of my tier. Preferably you want to have your full tier when you go back, but you know, you get what you're given. Well, yeah, I forgot to mention that, by the way. You always want to, on your first back, you always want to get boots. Unless you're up against someone who pokes you down really hard early game, like Jace, Teemo, Nah, in which case you should probably get cloth armor first, and then put that into Ninja Tabi as soon as possible. Generally, you want to, in most matchups, get boots first, because you're Singed, mobility is your game, so you want to be as fast as possible. Garen's just spinning around right here. He should have gone back, but now I'm just going to come into lane and bully him around, because I have way more health than he does. He's actually going to recall here in the bushes, which means he's going to lose a shit ton of CS, so it wasn't worth for him staying around here. And I'm just going to go proxy. His tower's going to take a shit ton of damage. He's going to lose all those minions. Whatever. Fine by me. Got my ult now, so I'm very safe. Even though I don't have my ghost up, I can still pop my ult if someone comes for me and run away. Gotta be careful here, because I don't have any wards, but I'm fairly safe right now. Garen's still in base. He's probably on his way now. So I'm gonna keep farming. Slap the tower a bit while I wait. Because, you know, Garen's not some hyper-scaling champion. Like, if I was up against the Ryze, I wouldn't be attacking the tower. I'll just be like, right, I'm gonna keep that tower up for as long as possible, so that Ryze can't freeze the lane. But, you know, it's Garen. He doesn't scale that hard into late game. So, well, he's not a hyper carry. So, I'm fine with taking out that tower as soon as possible. He's going to keep chasing me here. See, this is what you don't do when you're up against Singed. My summoner name is Chase the Singed. Do you think I don't want you to chase me? I want you to chase me. He loses a whole wave there for absolutely no reason. Don't do that. That's a very bad idea. Make sure you're farming instead of chasing around Singed. Now, what I actually did there, if you notice when I ran into that bush, is with the Singe buffs, at first I didn't really notice them. I thought, well, the 1 second buff, the 1 second snare, when you flip someone into your poison, into your Mega Adhesive, isn't that noticeable. It only happen maybe 1 or 2 times a game by chance. But when you actually learn how to perfect throwing them into that Mega Adhesive, it's really, really effective. See right there, what I do is I put the Mega Adhesive against the wall and I flip Garen towards the wall. And because it's against the wall, instead of being flipped all the way back, he sort of just flips up in the air and he'll always land in that Mega Adhesive. So the best way, the most efficient way to get someone to land in your Mega Adhesive is to actually position yourself against the wall, between them and a wall, put your Mega Adhesive on top of you and then fling. And they'll fling directly upwards and land in your Mega Adhesive. Either that, or if you're close enough to the wall, they'll go over the wall, which is good too, unless you're trying to chase them. Yeah, Garen here. What you're going to watch here? As soon as he silences me, I just fling him. There's no chance. He can't spin to win. He can try, but he's slowed down when he spins through minions, so he's not going to be able to catch me. Run past, start my proxy again. He's got minions in his tower, so if he chases me, he's going to lose them. And besides, there's no point chasing me. Now, once again, I don't have wards here, so I'm going to go ward up. Jarvan is probably nearby, so I'm going to be careful. Make sure I get that ward down. Go back behind the second tier tower, which means if Garen tries to chase me again, he's going to have to go even further, and he's going to lose even more pressure and even more CS. And he is actually going to chase me here, I believe. Yep. See, what's he doing? He's got minions at his tower. It's just, I don't know. He's going to build really stupidly this game. He's going to go full tank, which is a stupid idea on Garen, but especially against Singed. Just going to drop my Mega Adhesive down. He's going to flash again. And just another wasted flash and another execute. No problem. Classic. Absolute classic. Chase the Singed, bro. But yeah, he's going to lose his tower here. He's going to lose all those minions. Whatever. Now, you notice here I picked up a Doran's Ring. That's actually, it's sort of like an optional steroid you can get early game. It's not mandatory, you don't have to buy a Doran's Ring. But early game, a Doran's Ring really helps out because it gives you everything you need. It gives you health, it gives you AP, and it gives you a bit of mana regen. But especially against this Garen, who's chasing me around a lot, that extra damage really helps. And it actually gives you actually notice the extra damage that you do to the minion wave. Because you're effectively doubling your AP, because you start off with 16 AP with this rune page setup, and you get an extra 15 from the Doran's Ring. So, yeah, you really do notice its effect. But obviously, it's not mandatory. Preferably, you want to go for your Rylai's as soon as possible. But if you have the option to buy either an Amp Tome or a Doran's Ring, I'll probably recommend the Doran's Ring. So I'm going to back off a bit here. I spot Jarvan on the ward. Once again, make sure I'm pinging him out so that my team knows, hey, Jarvan's here. And because I pinged him out, Lee Sin's going to come over. So I'm going to try and bait Jarvan into a gank here, because Lee Sin's obviously very strong early game. So, got to ward up, make sure I can see. Garen's just going to be Garen, trying to spin on me. I know Jarvan's coming, there he is right there. Jarvan's on about half HP. Lee Sin's coming in, catches out Jarvan. Jarvan's dead. Garen putting a rock in a hard place, he's going to die. Pop my ult, drop my Mega Adhesive, and he's dead. How'd that taste, bro? So, there we go. Gotta make sure you're watching your map. Lissandra comes in. She probably could have killed me there, but I guess she didn't take the risk, you know, because Lee Sin was nearby. But even with my ult running, I still had very low AP, MR early game. So, yeah. Preferably when you go back to get your Rylai's components, you want to get either a Giant's Belt or a Blasting one first. But in this case, I don't have enough for either, so I'm just going to go Amp Tome. Going to buy another ward. Always make sure you're buying wards, because that's how you play Proxy Singed effectively. You need to ward up, you need to make sure you're not dying. So I haven't died yet this game. I've been executed twice, and the only thing that Garen's gotten out of it is the XP. So, and he wasted his flash both times, so whatever. Now here, I'm eyeing that ward right there, because I can TP in here. My TP is going to be up. Or is my TP up right now? Can't really see. But, yeah, my TP's up now. So I can teleport to that ward, but I noticed that the entire enemy team's there, so probably just going to be suicide if I try. So just ping everyone to back off. But make sure you tell your team that your teleport is up, so that they know that you can come in if a fight starts. And also tell them to ward if ward if fight. So make sure you tell them to ward if a fight starts, so that you can teleport to that ward. It's better if it's good if you have someone like Jarvan or Thresh on your team who can, you know, drop their flag or their lantern, so you can teleport to that. But you know. keep proxying here. Keep an eye on the map, trying to see if I can spot out Jarvan. Spotted out by that freaking annoying wolf thing, but whatever, who cares? They know I'm here anyway from the minions. Keep an eye out for Jarvan here, because I want to see if I can double proxy. And what a double proxy is basically, yeah, I'm going to do it right now. Double proxy is when you run into the enemy base and you farm 2 waves instead of 1. And yeah, it does deny minions from your mid laner, but obviously if you're not sitting there doing it the entire game, it's not a problem. So I know that the enemy Jarvan's not here. He's recalling right now, but I can get this minion wave before he comes. Jarvan's not here, so I can take this wave, these 2 waves, no problem. It's a huge boost. You get a whole extra minion wave, and it relieves some pressure on your mid lane as well, which in this case, my mid lane seems to be, unfortunately, he's having a bit of a rough time. But he's going to come back pretty hard as well. Another thing you can do is also, you can proxy bot and mid lane as well. It's not something you can do often, but I've actually done it before when my bot lane was having a hard time. I ran in to do a double proxy and actually proxied bot and mid instead of top and mid. But obviously, you're not going to do that most of the time because then your top lane's going to push because you're not taking the top lane minions. But it can happen if your bot lane's having a particularly rough time. You can help them out by taking away a whole enemy minion wave, which will give them another 30 seconds to recover. So, yeah, just keep that in mind as well. Now, I was going to recall here, but I had realized I almost had enough of my giant spell, and I had a ward in my inventory, so I would have had to sell that ward to buy the giant spell. So I put the ward down, just to get it out of my inventory and farm a bit more. Gonna head back here. Lissandra's coming past, but she's just gonna walk right by, no problem. Pick up my giant spell, big power spike for Singed when you get that giant spell. It becomes even more unkillable. Stacking up my tier, of course. Always make sure that you have your gas on while you're recalling and while you're in base, because you want to stack up that tier as soon as possible. And obviously, while you're recalling, you might as well have that gas on because you're just gonna get full mana. And while you're in base, you're just gonna restore mana. And while you're running to lane, up to your discretion, but you should try and put gas on for a little while you're running to lane, just so you can build up that tier. But yeah, now we see the beginning of Garen bot here. He's just gonna sit top lane and farm. He's not gonna help his team out. Like literally, he's not going to help his team out once this game. He's just gonna sit top and farm, and he's gonna build full tank with magic resist. Considering I'm the only magic damage person on my team, it's a very bad idea to just build a shit ton of magic resist. But like I said, he's in La La Land. He must be high or stupid or something. I don't know what he's doing, but he's just gonna sit there and farm minions for the whole game. Now, he's actually being very cheeky at this point. What he's doing is he's actually proxying me right now. He's being very cheeky, but I can't stop him right now. He will kill me at this point because I don't have enough damage or tankiness to take him out. So I teleport in here to try and stop Jarvan from taking the dragon, but he does. And I end up wasting my teleport, and I derp up really bad at this point. I'm thinking, okay, I don't notice how low Lee is, so I'm thinking, okay, maybe we can get Lissandra here, but she has an ult up, she just destroys me. That was a very bad idea, taking tower shots. I'm retarded. Don't do that. I actually get away, but Ezreal comes in, and he's just gonna finish it. Yep, not worth. Very, very stupid by me. Very big misplay, but you know, it's gonna happen. Garen bot just farming, of course. He doesn't. I don't get this guy at all. Like seriously, okay, he takes Ignite instead of Teleport against a Singed, who almost always takes Teleport. He has Ignite, but he builds full tank. So even with Ignite, he has no kill potential on anyone, and he just sits top and farms. He doesn't use his tankiness in team fights or anything. Like, I don't know. I think he just gives up and trolls halfway through the game. There's just nothing that he can do. But yeah, like I said, he's being cheeky, he's proxying me, but I can't stop him because I don't have the tankiness or the damage to be able to do it yet. Once I get my Rylai's, I will be able to do that, and you'll see, as soon as I get my Rylai's, I'm going to run straight to him, and I'm going to stop him from doing that. But right now, I can't. He would just kill me, and I have no way of getting away from him because I can't kite him around with Rylai's. But at this point, yeah, like I said, he's just derping around, so I tell Lee, yeah, just come gank him. Well, like, what's he going to do? Flip him out. He's gonna be cheeky here, but whatever. Zed comes, Lee comes, he's dead. No chance. Now, he actually just flashes over the wall, and I probably left him alone here. I would have just like whatever, but he says please in chat, and that pisses me off. So I'm gonna chase him off, and I'm gonna flip him, and we're gonna pick up a nice double kill here. Lee's gonna come in, miss his Q or whatever. Gonna take him down. Don't mock me. Don't mock me. See that? I'm someone who gets really affected by psychological warfare in game. If you say please in chat, if you mock me in chat, if you laugh at me with your champion, I get pretty pissed off. That's why I do it a lot in game. I laugh a lot when I play Singed. I taunt, I trash talk in chat. I don't flame obviously, but you know, just fun trash talk every now and again. It really gets in your opponent's heads, and it makes them play a lot worse. So make sure you're doing that. Obviously, like I said, never flame, never flame. Don't be a dick. Don't be a fucking asshole. But have some fun. Trash talk a bit, laugh, whatever. Remember, it's a game, and you're here to have fun. So gonna head back here. Gonna pick up my Rylai's now. Garen's fucked. There's nothing he can do. He can't chase me down. Once again, keep an eye on the map. Don't have my teleport up, but see if I... Because right now, the wave's pretty pushed, so I can run and help my team out. But they're all the way down there. Nothing I can really do.
It's nearly time.
Garen's returning top lane. He's going to keep trying to farm, but once again, completely pointless. I'm just going to go in there and absolutely destroy him now. Because he's just not going to be able to, he's not going to be able to farm. He's going to keep trying to sit top lane and farm, but he's not going to be able to because I'm just going to attack him. We're going to wait for my ult to come up. I'm going to pop it right here now, I believe. Do I? No? I think I do it in 1 second when he goes for the next minion wave. But I'm going to pop my ult. He's going to go, yeah, I'm going to proxy you, Singed. No, mate, you're not. I'm going to pop my ult. He's got Rylai slowed. He's just not going anywhere. He's not going to be able to farm. Whatever. If he tries to farm, he's going to take a shit ton of damage. Now, I'm going to go, like I said, I know what he's trying to do, so I'm going to immediately go for my other minion wave right here. This is how you deal with proxy Singed, by the way. Early game. You stay with your minion waves. But, yep, just going to kite him around. Lee Sin's going to come up. Whatever. Going to flip him over. He's slowed with Rylai. He ain't going nowhere. He's dead. Draven's getting nice and fed. Draven's going to get fucking ridiculous this game. He's just going to be so fed. Yep, keep farming. Good job, Lee. Nice kill. And Garen's being so cheeky, so I just have to point that out to him. Now, actually, one thing I've neglected to mention during this game is the Sky Auto Attack. It's a Singe tip that it's a very, I'll call it an essential Singe skill. It's basically when you flip the enemy and you auto attack them while they're in midair. It's called the Sky Auto Attack. I believe it was Searches who didn't come up with it but popularized it. Basically, it's yeah, you flip them and you auto attack them in midair. And the way you do that is you need to bind a key on your keyboard or a button on your mouse or whatever if you have slide buttons on your mouse to the attack move click command in your options menu. And what that is going to do is it's going to automatically attack move and then click. So it's going to be like pressing attack move and clicking on the map. So you flip someone, then automatically press the attack move click key anywhere on the map, and you auto attack the person who you flip in midair. It drastically increases your dueling potential. Imagine basically the auto attack damage of your flip on top of your fling damage every single time. That's how significant it is. So it's an absolutely essential Singe skill to learn. Obviously in team fights you don't want to do it too much because it actually slows you down a bit. So you want to try and stay on top of the enemy characters as much as possible. But in a one-on-one duel like you're going to see here, I'm definitely going to do it. Let's see, do I do it here? No, I don't. But I do manage to get a very nice fling into Mega and Hasty right there. Now that is actually a lot harder to do than it looks. I've only just gotten the hang of it right now, and I've been playing Singe for quite a bit since he got buffed. It's just so filly to do. Like I see, I caught him right on the edge right there, and I'm trying to get him into it again here, but I just miss it. It's really hard to get that angle just right. Like I said, the most reliable way to do it is to put it against the wall and fling them against that wall right into the goo. But here I'm not watching my map, and I have like no MR, so Lysandre's just going to burst me down. I do blow Flash and Garen's Ignite, I believe, but I still died, so it's not worth it. So, gonna go for my Liandry's right here. Now Liandry's is another essential item on Singe. You always want to get it, but the order of when you get it depends on how well you're doing. So, if I'm doing very well, which in this case I am, I'm farming like a madman, Garen's being an idiot, I can kill him very easily, and I want to kill him very easily. So I'm going to get my Liandry's first. It's going to give me some tankiness, it's going to obviously give me that current % health shred, which against Garen, who's just stacking health like an idiot, is going to be very effective. But if I wasn't doing so well, I would buy a Randuin instead in this case, or if the enemy team had a lot of AP, I'll build a Banshee's Veil or a Spirit Visage, depending on obviously the team comp. But yeah, in this case I'm doing very well. There's just no threat of Garen killing me before I kill him, so I'm going to build that not Range Ruins. I'm going to build that Leandry's first. Keep farming here. Tier's still stacking up, no problem. Sorry. Sorry, I just had breakfast, so... yep, gonna keep farming that tier. Go back behind, ward up, keep farming the minions. Minions gonna hit his second tier turret again, so he's gonna lose. He's gonna keep losing CS, gonna keep getting tower damage. I'm actually gonna go into double proxy here. I know that Garen's about to come up, but like I said, Garen has no chance of killing me. And like I said, he just wants to chase me all around the place. So I'm like, okay, he has no chance of killing me. So I might as well come in here and just farm the minions. He's going to lose CS because he's going to chase me like he is here. Whatever, it's fine. And like I said, since there's no one mid lane, it's going to be a lot better as well. Because I'm going to get rid of this wave and stop mid lane from pushing. Just going to make a very clean getaway out here. Going to get very low when he decides to ult me up here, but whatever. He's not going to kill me. These new turrets sort of suck when you're double proxying, the laser turrets. Because, yeah, they slow you down as well as doing a lot of damage. Whatever. Do a cheeky little laugh in his face right there and just get out cleanly. Nothing you can do. My team cleans up perfectly there. Like I said, he was the only one in base. The other 4 members of the enemy team are all derping around bot lane. That's cool. No problem. Minion wave pushing mid, minion wave pushing top. It's all fine. That was a very good double proxy right there. Pick up my Leandry's here, which is going to give me massive kill potential against Garen. He is officially fucked now. There's nothing he's going to be able to do. But I'm going to head mid lane first because I noticed that there's a bit of a fight going on. So I don't have my teleport up. I want to know if I can get to this fight to help out. I want to be as close as I can to it. Because, like, I could go top lane and just fuck up Garen some more, but why? You know, he's already pointless. He's already basically trolling. I might as well help out my team just in case. Because you can always throw. You can always throw this game. Like, right now... this game is completely ours to lose. Right, we're winning here. Garen's being an idiot. Their team isn't doing so well because he's not helping them out. So, this is our game to lose. Our carries are all fed. Everyone's ready to just kick ass, but we could still lose this game. So I want to try and make sure I help out my team as much as possible to make sure that they don't throw. But like I said, they just clean up there. They're already way too far ahead. So I'm going to go up top here and just deal with Garen bot. Going to pop my ult. Rylai's, Leandry's, he's dead. He's not going anywhere. Keep chasing him down. Now, that's another very important thing, what I just did there. Another benefit to having the attack, move, click option, and I just let him go there, no point, might as well get the minions. Another benefit to having the attack, move, click option, bind to a key, is that you will never, ever get bush duked. You will never. See right there, he tried to duke me through the bush. I immediately turned around. What you do is, instead of right-clicking to follow someone into the bush, you mash your attack, move, click button instead. And what you do is, you still move towards that target, but immediately when they exit that bush, immediately when you gain vision, you will turn around straight away. So, there's no chance of getting duked, especially with Singed, since you chase a lot of people down. That's very important. You need to make sure you're doing that as well. It's not 100% essential, but it's going to prevent you from getting bush duked. I mean, how many times have you been bush duked before? You know, me, a million times. I'm really bad at that. But now with attack, move, click, I never get bush duked. So make sure you're using that. Team gets dragon. I'm going to teleport in here, because there's no point in me just slapping that tower. I don't do much damage anyway. Gonna come in, the Sandra gets away, whatever. Gonna flip Lux in, land her in the goo. Or don't land her in the goo, unfortunately. I actually flip her probably in the wrong direction, but like I said, Dragon's ridiculous. She just one-shots her. The Sandra turns around here for some reason, so she's dead. She's gonna pop her ult on herself, but it's nothing she's gonna be able to do. I get the Black Shield from Morgana, so she can't kill me. Ezreal's sitting in the bush. Zed gets killed, but so does Ezreal. Very good work. Have a good team this game, so lucky me. Like I said, Plat 5 ELO, you don't get the most amazing teams. I'm steadily climbing, so... But sometimes you'll get people like this Garen, unfortunately. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, Garen, like I said, it's basically... He literally says he's playing single player at this point. I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to mock me He's trying to say like, oh yeah, you know, Proxy Singed, the common criticism of Proxy Singed, oh it's PvE, it makes a PvP game PvE. No, no it doesn't. As you can see, I'm running around helping people out, I'm not just sitting top farming. But this Garen is just playing single player right now, I don't know what he's doing. He should be getting flamed by his team for doing this, I don't know why he is, but apparently everyone's pretty chill this game, which is interesting. So I'm just going to go along with it, whatever. Here's lost my win. Keep farming. Stay top lane, push it out again. He has no teleport, so he's not going to be able to do anything. If he goes to help his team out now, which he's obviously not going to do, he's just going to lose that tower. And if he tries to go top lane, he's probably going to lose the tower anyway. Whatever. But now what happened here is I actually spotted him for like a minuscule second on a ward that we had. And I know he's trying to be cheeky and come proxy me, and I'm actually a bit of a stupid idiot here. I should have gone straight for him instead of focusing on that ward. But whatever. Lee Sin's got red buff, he's not getting away. Sandra comes in, we're going to kill both of them. Because Morgana and Zed come in. Laugh in his face again. He's going to... No, he's not going to flash. I actually back off a bit, I think he's going to flash again, but no, he's not. So I'm going to chase him down. Keep laughing, of course, because that's the way you win games. Spam laugh. Spam laugh? He's not going to get away. Gonna flash over the wall, but Zed's just gonna go mop him up, pretty sure. Gonna get Baron here, pretty easy. No one to stop us. Ezreal and Lux gonna be pushing bot lane, so I'm gonna recall here to go deal with them. But new Baron OP, my recall is gonna get interrupted, unfortunately. So, unfortunately, advanced recall. Gonna buy home guards straight away to go deal with them. Morgana's gonna play this really well. She's gonna flash into them. She's gonna catch them both with her ult, I believe. Yep, Ezreal gets out, but Lux is going to stay in. I go to flip Ezreal here, but he just arcane shifts out in time, unfortunately. So, going to chase after Lux instead. Morgana's just going to Q Ezreal in the face and he's going to die. Now here you're going to see the attack move click helping. She's going to run into this bush, I'm going to spam attack move click. Immediately turn around. I don't have to double back. It probably wouldn't have mattered there because Lee Sin would finish her off. But if I was chasing her 1v1, she could have carted me all the way back up the lane by throwing Qs at me. So, very important. Make sure you use attack move click, especially if you're playing Singed, but any champion. It's really helpful. Garen actually makes some moves to come down here and help the Sandra, but Sandra just kills Draven, fortunately. Doesn't matter. Draven's going to get ridiculous this game, as I said. So what am I building right now? I believe I'm building range runes right now. But I think I'm going to double back and instead buy... I'm going to buy Seraphs instead. I'm going to get... gonna upgrade my tier. Because that's something you generally don't want to do at all. If you definitely want to try and get a defensive item at least after your Leandries, if you build your Leandries after Rylai's. But in this case, I'm so far ahead. Garen's being an idiot. Whatever. I can afford to build more AP. You're going to see another attack move click here. Nope, you're not juking me. So, no problem. But at this point, I think I'm just so far ahead. I can just kill Garen even quicker if I get that Seraph. So, I'm going to do it. He's going to try and get the minion wave here. But Baron buff OP on the minions. He's going to die. Whatever. Waste of time for him. My team's clearing up mid lane. So cheeky this game. So cheeky. Enemy team comes in here. I decided to back up. But look at this. Look. 1, 2. Rest in peace, Sandra. This Draven is fucking ridiculous right now. He's insane. But he's actually going to try and go in for a 1v3 here, which is almost going to win, actually. But, I didn't think he was going. If I knew he was going in, I would have gone back in. But unfortunately, I just saw 4 people there and decided to back out. But he's going to 1v3 here and take 2 of them down. So, fucking ridiculous. But, yeah, that's all good. That Draven damage, I'm going to say. It's true. Draven, don't feed the Draven. Especially if he knows how to play Draven. I suck at Draven. So, I got mad respect for anyone who can play that champion properly. Got 3k gold here, so like I said, I'm going to grab my Seraphs. At least I got that giant spell for some tankiness. Going to sell my Doran's ring. to pick up some more armor. Help me out against the team. Gonna teleport in here, and we're just gonna kill Garen. Like I said, he's basically trolling at this point, so just gonna take him out. Now, another thing I forgot to mention about selling items. You see another wall flip right there into the goo. Your flask is a very good item. I think a lot of people underestimate the crystalline flask mid-game power as well as its early game power, because think about that flask. What that flask is it's 360 health and 180 mana. Now obviously the mana is not that useful when you start stacking up your tier, but that 360 health can easily change the tide of a trade or a team fight. So don't sell the flask until you absolutely need to. I mean, like, if you're going to sell it to, you know, pick up a major item for a team fight, obviously. But if you can, hold off selling that flask for as long as possible, just so that you can take advantage of that 360 bonus health it gives you, because it is significant and it will help you out a lot. Put down a random mega adhesive there, don't mind that. I'm gonna go for the blue buff because it's up. I'm peeing it, want to try and get my team together. I don't need the mana or the cooldown reduction, but no one seems to be coming to get it, so I'm just gonna take it for myself. Better to take it than leave it for the enemy. Blue buff early game for Singed is really good. Obviously it's not so good now, it's 36 minutes in, or 34, whatever. But early game it's really good because you get your tier, and with blue buff you can just keep your poison on forever. So it's really good to get early game, but later on it's not too useful. You don't need it. Red buff is actually better for Singed overall, because with red buff and Rylai's, no one's getting away from you, quite simply, no one. So red buff's always good on Singed. Here, Garen's bought a Banshee's Veil. Very smart item against Singed, but like I said, he's going to do a Void Toss here. Toss him over the wall. That's another Searcher's trick, the Void Toss. But, yeah. Banshee's Veil, very good item against Singed, because obviously it stops his fling. But in a sustained fight against him, it's only going to stop one fling. So, it's best if you're in a team fight running to an 80 carry who has Banshee's Veil, just fling them. Get that Banshee's Veil off, so that your team can follow up. But Garen is just building magic resist at this point, which is stupid because I'm the only AP on that team, and obviously I shouldn't be the biggest threat. But he's just sitting top lane. He's a Garen bot, so whatever. Gonna chase down Ezreal here. He's got red buff, but I dodged his Mystic Shot, so no problem. Nothing he's gonna be able to do. Pop my Randuins, and Draven just annihilates him. Ping out Dragon. Always make sure that you go for objective as soon as you're up. That one, making sure I went for objectives is probably what carried me through gold. Making sure that I recognize objectives when they're up. Because right now, they would have said, oh, let's push mid, let's get that inhibitor. But, people are going to be coming up. We're probably not going to get that inhibitor. Let's go for the Dragon instead. That's probably the main tip I can give people for getting out of silver, getting out of gold. Go for those objectives. Make sure you go for them. When you play Proxy Singed, obviously, you want to make sure you're telling your team to go for objectives, because Proxy Singed draws a lot of pressure away from the objectives, so your team can go get them instead. But you obviously, on lower elos, people aren't going to be focusing on them, so make sure you tell your team, guys, go for Dragon, go for Baron, whatever. It's just recognizing those objectives, when to go for them. I don't do it sometimes. Sometimes I'll be playing a game, and we'll just win a team fight, and it will just completely slip my mind, like, hey, Baron's up. Or there'll be a situation where it might not be immediately obvious that, we can go for Baron. But, someone on my team will say, hey, let's go Baron. I'm just like, wow, why didn't I think of that? So, yeah, make sure you recognize those objectives. You need to practice trying to recognize when to go for them. But, we're going to make it, Lee Sin and I are going to derp here. We decide to go for Garen, the global Garen taunt. The Garen bot taunt right there. But whatever, we use this. We're so far ahead in this game, that's not a throw by any means. And, Draven and Morgana are just going to come mop them up. So, no problem. But still, it's pretty stupid going for that chase right there. I shouldn't have chased so hard, but, it happens. Doesn't matter, Draven's just going to two-shot everyone. Oh, three-shot that time. Huh. Or whatever. Zed is being Zed right now, is taking advantage of all that pressure we created. So actually that was worth that right there, that our deaths right there, because Zed is just split pushing. But still, if Zed wasn't split pushing, that probably wouldn't have been worth. It wouldn't have been that beneficial for us. Because if you go 2 for 2 when you're double the enemy team's kills and probably like double their gold, that's not worth it. You're meant to be destroying them, not going even. So remember that. If you're losing the game and you get into a 5v5 team fight and you know you lose, that team fight goes 4 kills for 4 kills, you won that team fight because you're losing. You shouldn't have gone 4 for 4 right there, but you did. So you're catching back up. I do a pretty ballsy move in here. I teleport to help out Zed, but I don't manage to kill Jarvan here. Well, like I said, I'm so ridiculously far ahead. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna run out, laugh in their face. It's all good. Israel will be Israel. Just Mystic shot me with this Iceborne Gauntlet and Arcane Shift away. Gonna take this inhibitor here. Even though I've got 1,000 health, they can't kill me. Garen's ult is down, so there's nothing he's going to be able to do to stop me. Gonna lock up Garen here. He's going to go down. Draven's going to grab the inhibitor. Almost GG here, but not quite yet. Like I said, you don't want to do anything too risky and risk throwing the game, because any game can be thrown. You could be 55 kills and to 3 kills, and you could still throw the game. It would be a very long game, but you could still throw it. So always better to be safe than sorry. But you're still gonna have balls, of course. I'm playing Singed. Finished my item build here. I went for a Banshee's Veil simply just to have some MR against Lysandra. And Banshee's Veil, of course, to you know, stop her slow, stop her W and her ult, potentially. And also to stop an Edriel Mystic shot with Iceborne Gauntlet, so I can keep going, charging at him. But yeah, well, picked up the Elixir of Iron as well, max item build. Elixir of Iron's really good on Singed. As you see, I have 4,500 HP. So make sure you pick that one up when you're full, when you're max item build. And of course, upgrading a trinket, but that just completely slips my mind this game. I always forget to upgrade my trinket. With Singed, it's probably better to keep your yellow trinket for most of the game, because you'll be constantly making deep plays in their base. Draven and I are just going to go 2-man Baron here. No problem. I'm incredibly tanky, and Draven is just got a ridiculous amount of damage. It's cool. Baron's going to go down so easily. I've got Leandrius as well. So, no problem there. Going to pick that Baron up. Give that advantage to our team. Once again, recognizing when to go to get objectives right there. Draven's pings Baron, and then he sort of backs up. No, let's go do Baron. You know, we can 2-man it, no problem. So we go do that, and obviously we get it. Missed my range ones there. I know I'm not going to kill Garen here, but might as well just mess around with him a bit. No problem. At this point, the game is basically won. Unless we throw really hard, there's no real way they're going to win this. Go for their blue buff again. I want to give this blue buff to Morgana, because I think she could make better use of it than me. But she doesn't want it. She wants to give it to me. But oh well, that's cool. I'll take it. But I would have preferred to give it to her. Like I said, when you later on in the Singed, you don't need a blue buff. The cooldown reduction is negligible, and you don't need the mana regen, because yeah, there's 2 types of champions that use mana. There's either champions that need mana regen, or there's champions that need a large mana pool, and they just don't need mana regen. They use all their mana, then recall. Singed is the latter category. He doesn't need mana regen. He just needs a huge mana pool. Yeah, pretty much going to be GG here. That's going to be it. We're going to just mop up a few more kills, stroll around. I'm going to almost die. I'm going to get down to like 50 health. Garen's going to ult the wrong person, unfortunately. Yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a little bit about Singed in general. Please leave any questions or comments below. Anything you'd like to see specifically. I've got my new computer now, so I'm more than happy to make a lot more videos. But yeah, I hope I helped some of you guys out here. Definitely on Summoner School, because I know Singed has asked about quite a bit there. Remember, I'm no amazing Diamond Master tier player. I'm a Plat 5 scrub, so just remember that. Nothing I say is gospel. No, nothing anyone says is gospel. It doesn't matter what rank you are. So take what I say with a grain of salt. Once again, I believe that watching videos of what you want to learn is the best way to learn it. So I'll actually put a link in the description to the YouTube channel that taught me how to play Proxy Singed, just because it would probably help you out as well. So thank you all very much for watching. Have a good day. Good luck practicing whatever you're doing, especially if it's Singed. Go get them.